Billy Edwards, owner of Cashlight Camping Foods. I'd like to introduce you to my husband, Bob. Say hi, Bob.
Hi.
You will be hearing from him periodically from behind the camera. We are coming to you from our kitchen on Sanibel Island, Florida. Doesn't look much like our camp or our Canoecopia show kitchen, but it will have to suffice. Also, this video will not look much like the professional one we often show in our booth at Canoecopia. But give us a break. It's our first attempt. I'd like to take the time now and demonstrate for you how to make our most popular item, the 5-minute frying pan bread. Okay, here we go. So the first thing obviously is you need a package of frying pan bread. You're going to open it, and then you are going to want to put it into your bowl. I like to use a fork because we do want to mix the dry ingredients. Once you get that well mixed, you're going to want to add a half a cup of water, and you are going to mix that. It looks kind of like that. Once we have it all mixed, we are going to put some oil into our frying pan. 9-inch or larger frying pan. Also with slope sides, because we will be flipping that bread and we need to be able to get our spatula in and able to turn that bread. Okay, here we go. If you note, I do not have the heat on at this point. I'm going to add oil. It takes 1 tablespoon. Now I want you to note, again, heat is not yet on. I will turn the heat on now. And we start it on high. And we want to, oh, I did make an error. I turn my heat on now when it's an electric stove. I do not turn the heat on until after I put the batter in. However, because it's going to take a while to get cooked on the electric to get up to the right temperature, I turn the heat on now. But frankly, you want to put your batter in before you turn the heat on. Perhaps that's one of the mistakes most folks make, is that they think they need to start with hot oil, and you really don't want to. Another trick is to just take the oil in there and wet your fork in that, because you're going to want to pat the batter out in the pan. Okay, once you've done this, now you're going to want to turn on your stove. Okay, so now we're just going to let it start cooking. It will take about 3 minutes on this side. Okay, now my oil is starting to sizzle. This is when we're going to turn it down to about medium. We're just going to let it sit. And you can see that it's starting to get done on the edges a little bit. And in the center, you can see these little bubbles where there have been bubbles where the oil has been bubbling up through. And so we're just going to let it cook just a little longer here, and then I will flip it. I know there are folks who ask, do I really need to use oil? And do I really need to use that much oil? And I would suggest that you do. Just so you know, there is a dehydrated butter that is in that mix. And we find that that oil, as it seeps and is cooking, it tends to make that powdered butter more buttery. So that is what we would suggest. So I'm going to take a peek and see what we're looking like here. And we're about ready to turn it. And that's how you flip. And this is what your bread is going to look like. Now we're going to let it cook on the other side. It'll take about 2 minutes. I guess we're done, huh?
Well, we're getting close to the end of the video here, so.
Alrighty. And there we go. And here is our bread.
That makes 9 ounces of bread. The sweetbreads make 11 to 12, so they're a little bit larger. That's one of the reasons they take a little longer to cook. But the dinner breads are certainly the easiest to make. And usually, we call them 5-minute frying pan breads because normally on a camp stove or on an open fire, you can make them in 5 minutes. And certainly that's what we do in the booth. A little longer with the electric, a little more frustrating with the electric. So Billy will show you in a second kind of what they look like. We say that's a service for 4. Don't kid yourself, 2 people can eat that pretty easily. It should rise up and look a bit thicker. And then when you start it off, and again, flavors: garlic, Italian, dill, onion, and this plain bread here.
And we hope to see you during our Q&A time on Saturday and Sunday. Thanks for watching.
Join us anytime.